What's up, people? What's up? What's up? This video is here for you. Have you made money your enemy, or have you made it your best friend? Yeah? For people who are trapped by money, living their life, designing their whole life around money, or on the other side of that, people that can never seem, are you somebody that can never seem to make money? Yeah? Or you're somebody that spends money on things you know are distractions, avoidance tactics, emotional band-aids, like emotional food and shopping for things you don't really need, and even holidays to escape something. Yeah? How can you make your whole life a holiday? Your whole life one big holiday. Thanks for tuning in, peeps. I can see you there. Thanks for the love, David. Good to see you. Good to see you, Rach. Engage with me. I don't want this to be a one-way street. You got questions, you got comments, throw them in and I'll do my best to answer them. But here are the things. Firstly, my name is Phoenix Martineau and I'm your messenger of love for the day, your guide to personal freedom and peace every single day. We have two needs here, people, two human needs around money, and that is to make money and to save money. Yeah. And the thing is, why do you need to make money? Hey, Jackie, good to see you. Many of us are making money to buy time. More time with my children, more time for myself, more time to do the things I love, right? We're stuck in this Monday to Friday work, and then for the weekend, live for the weekend to buy the time for the weekend, right? And here's the thing around money, is you're trying to move at your own pace, but money does not care. The world does not care. The world is going to move and transform and change and shift. Even the money paradigms and the economics are shifting constantly. So if you're stuck, it doesn't care. The world does not care. And for me personally, money's not my daddy. Money's not my God. It's a beautiful tool to serve others. Yeah? Let that land. Money is my tool to serve others. And most people in the world have poverty consciousness. I'm talking about people who are even experiencing homelessness through to millionaires that have mansions. Many in that range are still in poverty consciousness. And let me share a story with why. Hear me out. You can look at a rich person with $1 million in their bank account and it means nothing. Now, first of all, it'd be really silly to have $1 million in your bank account because that's dead weight. You're actually losing money on that. But let me share a story. Many of the NFL players in America, some of the highest playing sports people in the world, make millions. They get paid millions a year. And what happens within 6 years? I can't remember the exact percentage, but it's a really high percentage of them bankrupt. Now, what's the psychology behind that? Millions of dollars bankrupt within 6 years. Because they grew up in broken families, in poor areas, and so their consciousness is that of a poor person. Even though they got millions of dollars in big houses, nice cars, poverty consciousness. And what happens when we're in poverty consciousness, we will do anything to self-sabotage and become poor again. And so that money will leave you just as quickly as it found you. It's the same with like Taz Lotto winners. Why is it when they all win, actually their life falls apart? Because their body, their energetic body and their consciousness cannot handle the money. Yeah? And we're going to come to that. But I first want to look at what actually is money. What is it? Well, back in the day, we traded sheeps and things for different objects and tools. And then someone created an idea. They had a number system and they used their fingers. They count to 10. And then they created a paper thing, some gold, some this. And then we made it digital at one point in time. Even in the generation I'm in now, there was a time before credit cards. Can you imagine that? Where you have to take out of our consciousness now. There was no FPOS machines, no credit cards. Yeah, you have to see it shifts and changes a lot. And then we live in the reality thinking it's real. Money is made up. And the banking cartels, the people who started the JP Morgans, all the big banks created a system in which they get to run the system. Yeah, and then you got the central banks. So people can print money. But what that does is it devalues actual money. Yeah, so we have inflation. Goods and services go up in price on average 3% a year. It means your money is worth less and less and less and less. And then this was an institution. So what the banking cartels did is they created debt and mortgages so that when you now want to buy a physical asset, something that's real in the 3D, you owe them and you're paying interest on that. It's the greatest business model. And then who really owns that house? The bank does. Because if you can't repay the debt, and we know all about that, GFC, right? Tons of people can't repay, right? It's the greatest business model there was. And then they can keep printing money to devalue the money. And people are then, education, yeah, in our consciousness, we become an employee. I work 9 to 5, I work 9 to 9 to make money, right? It's the greatest system ever created by the theorists. And all that's happening is they're making more money and people are trading their time for money, but they're making money to buy more time. It's the irony behind it. And then you had this whole entrepreneur thing that shoot out, right? There's this whole industry because we're actually all creators inside, but we haven't been taught how to create value. And it is an illusion. I'll tell you right now, you're someone that offers a service to society right now, like you're a coach, an artist or something. Yeah, what you charge or the price, all made up. You can charge whatever you want. You make the meaning, you make the value, and then someone in the market recognizes that. It's all demand, supply, and then boom, you've got that. And most people do not value themselves. When you're an employee and you're trading your time for, say, $80,000 a year, that's easy. That's easy. You're not actually dealing with the consciousness of money. You're just dealing with trading time for money. When you become an entrepreneur and a creator, all your crap's going to come up. Your shame, your self-worth, how much you value yourself, your ability to charge someone a lot of money for something. Ooh, that's when the energetic body comes in. Yeah. And so here's the thing about money. The conditioning we have is based on what you saw in your family environment, your parents, what happened in your household. Legitimate question right now. Answer if you can. What was money like in your household? How did your mum and dad approach it? Poverty consciousness, trade their time for money? Were they abundant? Did they save money? Were they stingy when they went shopping? Did they tell you to save money? Because how your parents talked about money is one of the biggest influences on your relationship and attitude to money. Yeah. And especially big emotional experiences that are trapped in your system. Like if your family at one time was nearly on the street, or you were bankrupt at one stage, or one of your parents' businesses went down, or something happened, yeah, you've now got a whole energy, remembering, cellular thing in your system. Yeah? Amy, thank you, yeah? Scarcity mindset. Jackie, money doesn't grow on trees, so I planned a $2 coin. Amazing. How many of you had one of those little piggy banks with all the coins going in? Right? I know for myself, yeah, there was some scarcity in my family. I saw a business go down, so I had this whole thing. I need to save, I need to control money, I need to make it linear, you know? It's not how money works. It's just not how money works. Yeah? It is quantum. And I want to come into a few principles and things that are here for money mindset. This is for people, if you're in a corporate job and you know you're like trading your money for time and you're trapped. Money is your enemy because you can't leave that job because you're so scared you will fail and you'll lose all your money. You're trapped. Someone who's super spiritual and can't charge for their services because they got money blocks and they think money is anti-love, you're trapped too. Money is your enemy. So let's talk about how to make it your best friend, undo all the conditioning. You need to step up to heaven, because only those who are money conscious ever actually accumulate true wealth. And I'm not talking dollars in the bank where you're going to self-sabotage and get yourself in a relationship where you get divorced and that person will take you for all your money, because that's also poverty consciousness. Your subconscious set up that relationship to have someone that's going to take your money from you. This is how trickery we are with our poverty consciousness, yeah? It's legitimately how it works. So to accumulate wealth, and I'm talking financial in your body, I'm talking emotional, relational, all kinds, it is all the same thing. And it starts with how you speak about money. When you go shopping, do you feel, oh, I'm judging the price, or I'm a bit concerned about spending $200 at the shop, or, oh, when I buy that thing, oh, I don't buy things for myself because I'm not worth it? Yeah, it's how you speak about it. versus when I go to the shop and I buy something for someone else or myself, wow, full gratitude. I'm so grateful because I have the abundance, I have the opportunity to buy whatever I want, and this object here came into my consciousness and my sphere. I am so grateful to spend this money. Thank you, shopkeeper. Here you go. Yeah. How you hold the idea and concept about money, because money is either flowing to you or it's flowing away from you. Yeah, Amy, beautiful. When I first started, I couldn't value my coaching, so I let people just give me what they felt like giving. That's it. And I want you to tell you, Amy, right now, your coaching, whatever you offer, yeah, and whatever you think you can charge, there is someone that is 10 times wealthier than the person you're currently working with that has the same problem, and what that problem is worth to them is 10 times more. Because if they don't solve that problem, do you know what? Their marriage is going to break down, they're going to fail in their business, and that is worth a lot of money to them. So we got to break these illusions and ceilings, and the people we hang out, we think, oh, that's the reality of money. No, hang out with millionaires, hang out with people that are in poverty consciousness, and you'll see it is a great illusion. You'll see how trapped people really are. They are trapped. Because money is just like an emotion for me. It's the infinity sign. It flows in and out of my life. Yeah? And so first of all, shame about it. Do not have any shame about your desire to make money, because we need in this world money in the hands of people that are led by the heart. Heart-led leaders who are here to truly serve the world. The reason why people have got tons of money and they're coming from industries such as mining that are hacking the earth and doing all these things like causing people's mental health to go down because they're selling an image of success or your body looking good, is because the heart-led leaders have too many blocks about money. People that are driven by the heart here to serve, you need money, so it's going to funnel into you from all the other serves. You're going to serve the person that's so trapped in their emotional toxicity and polluting the earth with their product and services. You're going to help them open their heart. And do you know what's going to happen then? That wealth is going to transfer into the well-being industry, into the service industry. And you can move big amounts of money into new industries, because that's how money moves. People move, money moves, it all moves. So you need to let go of your shame around money and deserve and receive all that money, so you get to choose where to put it, to donate it, to spend it on well-being and health, to support well-being practitioners. Yeah? And this whole thing about selfish and selfishness that we got in society, it's time to get that out of there. Selfishness, what the heck is that anyway? Be selfish, because this life, you are the center of this universe that you're in. So spend on yourself, deserve, receive. Now that is different from being greedy. You will know within yourself when you're being greedy, when you're eating too much at that moment at dinner. Yeah? When you're taking too much from someone or not sharing generously with a family or friend, you'll know that's different. But be selfish, serve yourself first, take care of yourself fully first. It's like when you're on a plane, you know, and they say put the mask on yourself before you put it on another person. Yeah, do that. Self-love. Serve yourself first, then help the person next to you. Because the people that are over-giving and keep serving everyone else and not themselves, well, guess what? Massively in the not-for-profit industry, you've got a shadow, and that's self-worth. You don't believe you're good enough, so you want to be a good person to help others so that you can create this image that you're a good person to deal with your own insecurities and self-worth issues, so people will praise you and you win awards, so you look good to society. But deep on the inside, there's nothing wrong with that, everyone, but on the inside, this person feels worthless until they learn to give to themselves. And when you give to yourself, here's the gift. Other people receive. When you give to yourself, thanks for all the love, Amy. Thank you. I feel it. Because when you give to yourself, it's role modeling and demonstrating to other people that they too can give to themselves, that they too are worthy to receive. their own love and the love and the abundance of the world, because we live in a world right now, I'm telling you, there is an abundance of air, an abundance of money. All the money you already want exists in the world right now. There is an abundance of people, you know, up to 8 billion nearly now. There is an abundance of trees, there is an abundance of joy, there is an abundance of smiles, there is abundance of babies, there is abundance of puppies, there is abundance of love. But so many of us do not allow ourselves to experience abundance. I hate society, I hate the world, they're hacking the trees out of the thing, I can't breathe properly, my nose is blocked, I'm not allowed to have a puppy, I'm not allowed to be in a relationship in my dreams, I'm not allowed to have the dream job of my life. We do not allow ourselves to experience that and feel into that abundance because it's what we believe about ourselves. We're not worthy, we're not good enough. There is a lack of sufficiency. No, everything you've ever wanted already exists right now. And so what you need to do, whether this is around wealth, is you have to create more space in your energy body. It's why those NFL players sabotage and lose the money. They have not created an energetic space in their body where they deserve it and they receive and they're worthy. They're just caught up in their parental conditioning and trauma from where they came from, and that could come from the slave era. So have compassion for that. Have compassion for people that came from lineages of slaves, are stuck in that paradigm. Yeah, it's all trauma, that's right. And here's the thing about money. If you really want money, it is an energy. You need to spend money. Spend, not save. All those financial, I studied commerce for 6 years, they told me to save. No, you need to spend, because money is transitory. It's like the wind. It has to move and it has to circulate. And if you're holding on to it because you have a scarcity mindset, well, none's going to come to you because you're selling the universe that you don't deserve it. So whatever the price of a good or service it is that you're offering the world, or you're going into a shop to buy, the value or the price tag on it means nothing other than the value and meaning I give to it. I give to it. And some person's not going to give that value, they won't buy it. And then there'll be someone that does. That's right, it's flow, it's all flow. And so for the service people out here and listening, you need to value the true thing, and you name a price, you make that up, and people will say no. You don't need those people. And they will come back later, many of them. Because many of them will just have their own money blocks. Yeah? There's someone with 10 times more money that has the exact same problem. It's all relativity. And if you keep attracting poor people into your life, that's because you have poverty consciousness. Yeah? So just, there's nothing wrong with that. You just go, okay, that's what I'm reflecting to the world. That's what's coming to me. And the principles we start to get into in investing, this is where we're in quantum results, people. Money is not linear. Time is not linear. You know, we've been sold into you make $80,000 a year. No, I've said this before. You can make $80,000 in a day. Legit, real talk. And you can then relax. You just need to learn how to create value and market yourself and create the energetic body, and then boom. Yeah. There is someone right now with whatever your service or whatever you offer, I guarantee you the problem you can solve for them is worth $80,000, because they're a millionaire, they got lots of money, and that problem that you can solve for them will save them so much pain, time, and just poof. Yeah. And the key principle here is to make money work for you. I don't work for money anymore. I'm not a slave. It's not my God. It's not my daddy. I learn, I have an income, I do create my creative work, I'm passionate, I do that, right? But then the money I make that work for me, so I don't need to work. And that's where investing principles and compounding comes into this. Yeah, on the side, whether that's residual income or you learn about investments, you put it into something and it doubles, triples. Yeah, and there are so many assets we can invest in right now, but do not be fooled by the illusion of most things are just illusions, yeah? When you buy shares in a company, you're buying into what that value of that company is going to produce as a good or service into the future. And the value we know about the market, it doesn't function properly. It's got so many human things that come into it, right? Crypto, same thing, it's gambling. Am I involved in that? Heck yes, because I'm at high risk right now. I'm like, yeah? Physical, tangible things like gold and silver actually have that. That's going to protect your wealth, right? Because having money in the bank is like having a number in a thing that's actually just an illusion printed by one of the banks. It's such an illusion. Our money's just going down. The economy, we're in trillions of dollars of debt, people. Like, economy is about to get whoosh. They can never pay the debt back. They're just printing money and giving out stimulus packages. Like, no one, legitimately, it's not possible to pay it back. The system has to break at some point. People know this. Everyone knows this. The really wealthy have their little vaults in the Swiss mountains, tons with gold and silver, yeah? They're protecting their wealth. Land is probably one of the safest, right? But even the land, do you really own that? There's clauses in the government, they can take your land. Yeah? Magnetic electric currency, that's right. It's just an energy, people. That piece of paper is just an energy. So next time you go to buy something from the shops, a block of dark chocolate because you love yourself and you deserve it, and you give that $10 over, be grateful. Be grateful. You can give that piece of paper away. Boom, eat some chocolate and you're on your way. So let's all make it our best friend. Without greed. To create a relationship where you know money is serving people. You know that your money and your wealth and your prosperity is here to serve people. So we can circulate the money through the world into the industries and the people and the hands where it is needed and wanted based on your values and what you want for the world. So everyone, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for the engagement. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you. May we all be abundant and with prosperity and wealth. Be peace, be love, be freedom, be authentically you every day. Let's go.